watched my YouTube channel for a bit, you will know 2 facts about me in regards to Lolita fashion. First of all, I absolutely love capsule wardrobes. Secondly, and perhaps less obviously, recently my husband James and I moved down to Tasmania from New South Wales, and we did that with the contents of only our very small car. And where does that leave me in Lolita? With a very, very, very tiny capsule wardrobe. You may remember about a year and a half ago, I did already downsize my wardrobe, not in terms of getting rid of stuff, but in terms of what I actually had with me. I put most of my items in storage and had a fairly, I wouldn't necessarily call it a capsule, but it was a small wardrobe with me only. That wardrobe served me pretty well over the time that I had it with me. I will flash up some coordinates that I wore with it, and instead of letting you see my face for a moment, so you can see that, yeah, actually it did work pretty well in the way that I like capsules to work. It gave me variety and a level of cohesiveness, and it also really stretched me in terms of coordinating. I did some things with that capsule that I wouldn't have done if I had had all of my Lolita clothing with me. And then, naturally, moving to Tasmania prompted an even greater downsizing. I was not willing to sacrifice room in our car from important everyday living things for something that is effectively a hobby, but with James's encouragement I did bring what is ultimately a single coordinate, which I am wearing now, with variations. At this stage, it's looking likely that we will not be fetching the rest of our stuff out of storage in New South Wales for probably another 6 months at the earliest, so I am living with the tiniest capsule Lolita wardrobe I have ever had. Like, I think even when I started off, I had more clothes than this, less good quality and less actually matching and cohesive, and definitely not good, but I think, yeah, other than when because I bought 2 dresses off eBay when I started, and then I got a haul, or James got me a haul of like stuff from Bodyline, so even when I started Lolita, I had way more stuff. So what I have done, because I love capsules, I actually have photographed everything I have with me, cut out all the background, and laid it out like I do my digital capsules. And here it is. As you can see, compared to my usual digital capsules where I can pick from anything, it really is pretty limited. However, I still think I did good with choosing what accessories to bring, the blouse and bolero and capelet, that I do have options. Like, I'm going to be wearing the same dress no matter what, but I do have options. You may notice a couple of things that are out of place in there. For example, I have a lavender hair clip. That's because it was stuck to the red beret and I forgot about it. And you know, that sort of odd fur hat is just something that James found for me at an op shop, and we brought it with us because, you know, it's warm, but it could also potentially work, so I'm including it. Also, the pair of antlers from Bedeviled Horns, which, by the way, Bedeviled is amazing. If you want horns, and especially if you're based in Australia, buy their horns. I'll put a link in the description, they're wonderful. Not sponsored, just they're wonderful. Those Bedeviled Horns I brought because that will give me photo shoot potential with this capsule if I wanted to do something very deer themed. In a typical situation, I wouldn't be bringing that, but in a sense, there's 3 reasons why I wear Lolita. For filming YouTube videos, hello, for actually just wearing because I want to wear it, or for photo shoots. And so when I put this little capsule together, those are the 3 scenarios I tried to keep in mind. I'm doing this capsule wardrobe introduction video, let's call it, because anything I do regarding my actual personal Lolita wardrobe in the next, most likely 6 months, maybe longer, who knows, bit up in the air, but you know, let's say 6 months, is going to be focused on things that actually work with this capsule, which is both kind of limiting, but also kind of really freeing and exciting. So I wanted to just also tell you what I've got in the pipeline. First of all, I intend on pre-ordering the Candy Heart print, or whatever it's going to be called, from Sleepyland shop when that releases. I may not be getting it within actually 6 months, who knows what the time frame is going to be, but they teased it a while ago. I wanted, like, I want it. I really, really want it. I passionately desire it. Which did also, you might be able to see in hindsight, influenced the choices of some of the things I brought with me. For example, the white heart-shaped bag, which James bought for me on Temu. Like, get you a man who can pick good stuff for Lolita. It's great. That was chosen over potentially a more classic themed bag. I mean, it is my only white handbag as well, so it was kind of inevitable, but that bag will also match with that dress. And some of the things like bringing like little pink bow clips, they're not the most perfect for this sort of dress, but they'll definitely be good for that. And so it's also why I'm not mad about having that pastel lavender hair clip as well, because that's going to be great down the track. Second is something that's been on my, whatever that's called, work in progress list for ages, is I have a couple of pairs of socks I was wanting to upcycle by adding some lace and embroidery for Lolita. I was planning on doing that as a YouTube video, I just have not gotten around to it, but because it was a tiny project, I did bring that down with me, so that'll be something on the list. There's 2 pairs of socks in it. One will work with the capsule as is, one will not, but it would work with that candy heart dress when that happens. And again, just options. Like my capsule, my real life capsule is not going to be a perfect capsule, but that's also why I'm sharing it, because it's, I think, fun to see how this actually works out in reality. Thirdly, James and I finally had an opportunity to check out a local fabric store, and my hand might have slipped a little bit. So I am planning on making something out of this really beautiful red floral cotton. Probably gonna do a JSK or an OP, and I will flash up some of the sort of dresses in the styles that I'm playing around with. I'm really undecided and also not the most confident in my sewing skills, but gonna give it a shot. I could make a skirt, but given that I only have one blouse, I really wanted to, like a JSK or an OP would definitely be more versatile with this capsule, and I also like them more. I mean, skirts are just, I like dresses better than skirts, just, you know, that's just me. And lastly, something that's been, again, a YouTube idea I've wanted to do for a while was to see if I could thrift flip a Lolita coordinate. Exceptionally unlikely, but I don't know, it was an idea I wanted to play around with, and if I do, and if it works, that will give me some more stuff for this capsule. How well it will match, I don't know, but you know, that's just something in the future. And of course, anything I make or buy other than these things I have mentioned, I am going to try and have them be things that work with the existing capsule. I will be photographing and cutting out and adding to the digital capsule any new items, whether they're made or bought or whatever, just to sort of see how this grows, and I will be sharing updates. Well, fingers crossed I'll be sharing updates. I need to learn to stop making promises publicly, because sometimes they don't work out. Oh, and I almost forgot one more thing. I have this skirt, which I made a while ago. I did make it for Lolita. It ended up being more of just a casual everyday skirt for me, but it does fit a petticoat, so that is an option. Obviously, it does not really work with what I've got with me, but it's something. And you know, so if I end up seeing something black or grey or whatever, you know, I do have another bit of option to play with. I didn't put it in the capsule because, like I say, to me it's just a casual everyday skirt. That's how I wear it, but you know, it's an option. So that's me, and this is my Lolita capsule wardrobe. I'm really excited to share it with you guys, especially in this format, and I'm really excited to see how it progresses. I would absolutely welcome feedback and suggestions. However, do know that both my time and my budget are very limited at the moment, so I'm not realistically going to be buying anything. Anything I add is most likely going to be handmade, secondhand, or like a thrifted or altered, you know, thingling. But there are a lot of op shops around here, so we're going to see how we go. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this little dive into my current capsule wardrobe, and until next time, bye bye!